Hi, in this video, let's create this simple tooltip using HTML and CSS. So in my HTML file, I've added a div and I've given it a class of content. Within this div, I've added a paragraph which is around 40 words long. Within this paragraph, I've simply replaced a random word with the word tooltip and I've wrapped it inside a span tag. For now, that's all the HTML we need. Now let's go to our CSS file and add some styles. First, let's give a few styles to the body. We'll give it a height of 100 VH. We'll vertically and horizontally center the paragraph, so we'll give the body a display of flex. We'll say justify content to the center, align items to the center. Also, let's give the body a background color of 1BA8F0. Now let's style the content. So we'll select the div with the class of content. We'll give it a width of 80%. We'll choose a font family of Verdana. We'll give it a background color of white. We'll give it an overall padding of 1 rem. We'll increase the font size to 1.3 rem and we'll give it a line height of 1.5. Now let's give the word tooltip a dotted border at the bottom. So we'll select the span. We'll say border bottom 3 pixel dotted red. As you can see in the browser, the word tooltip now has a dotted border at the bottom. Now let's add some text for our tooltip. So we'll go to our HTML file. Within this span, just before the closing span tag, we'll add another span. And within this span, we'll add some text. We'll say just a simple message. Also, let's give this span a class of tooltip. Now let's go to our CSS file and style the tooltip. We'll select the span which has a class of tooltip. We'll first give it a position of absolute. As you can see, the nested span also has a dotted border at the bottom. So let's remove the border. We'll say border none. Now this tooltip will be positioned in relation to its parent span. So let's give the parent span a position of relative. Now let's continue styling our tooltip. We'll give it a background color of FA3C58. Let's set the width to 150 pixel. We'll give it a min height of 20 pixel. We'll set the color of the text to white. We'll give it an overall padding of 0.3 rem. Let me make some space at the bottom. Let's align the text to the center. We'll give it a border radius of 0.5 rem. Let's set the font size to 1 rem. We'll position it at a distance of 2 rem from the bottom and negative 3 rem from the right. Now the next thing we need to do is add a downward pointing triangle at the bottom of the tooltip. To create this triangle, we'll be using the individual border properties. In this case, the border left, border bottom, and the border right will be transparent, while the border top will have a color. So let's do that. We'll be using the after pseudo element to create the tooltip. So we'll say tooltip double colon after. The content will be set to nothing. We'll give it a position of absolute. We'll give it a border to the left of 10 pixel solid transparent. I'll duplicate this 3 more times. This will be border bottom. This will be border right. And this will be border top. the border top will have a color which will be FA3C58. You cannot see the triangle as it has the same color as the tooltip, so if I change the color to yellow, you can see that it is just above the tooltip. Now let's position it at the bottom of the tooltip. So we'll position it at a distance of 58 pixel from the top and 78 pixel from the left. Also, let's change the color back to its original color, FA3C58. By default, the tooltip will be hidden. So let's set the visibility of the tooltip to hidden. Now there are two different ways in which you can show the tooltip. One is on hover and the other one is on click. First, let's have a look at how we can show the tooltip on hover. So we'll go at the bottom. We'll select the span. We'll apply the hover class and we'll select the tooltip. And here we'll set the visibility to visible. Now when you hover the word tooltip, you can see that the tooltip is visible. Finally, also let's change the cursor to help. So we'll go to the top and here for the span element, we'll change the cursor to help. Now you can see that the cursor changes to a question mark when you hover the word tooltip. Now if not on hover, you would want to show the tooltip on click. You can achieve this by using the input type of checkbox. But before we do that, simply comment this hover state. Now let's go to our index.html file. Let's bring this span tag to its own line, and just above the span, we'll add a input with the type of checkbox. Now the idea is simple. We want the tooltip to be shown when the checkbox is checked, and we want it to be hidden when it is unchecked. Also, at the same time, we want the tooltip to be shown when we click on this word tooltip, and when we click on it again, we want it to be hidden. Now the way we can connect the checkbox and the word tooltip is by wrapping them both inside a label tag. So let's do that. Just above the input, we'll add the label tag. We don't require the for attribute. We'll place the ending label tag over here. And now you can see when I click on the word tooltip, the checkbox is checked. When I click on it again, it is unchecked. Now all we need to do is add some CSS. So we'll go to our CSS file. Here we'll select the input and we'll apply the checked pseudo class selector. We'll select the adjacent sibling, which is the span, and within this span, we'll select the tooltip. And we'll simply set the visibility to visible. Now, when I click on the word tooltip, you can see that the tooltip is shown, and when I click on it again, it is hidden. Now the final thing we need to do is simply hide the checkbox. So we'll select the input. We'll set the display to none. Another way to show the tooltip on click is by using a few lines of JavaScript. But before we do that, let's simply comment this out. We'll go to our script.js file. First, let's select the keyword tooltip. We'll name this as keyword. We'll say document.querySelector and we'll select the span tag. Also, let's select the tooltip. We'll say document.querySelector. This time we'll select the class of tooltip. We'll select the keyword. We'll add an event listener of click and we'll run a function. We'll select the tooltip. We'll say class list dot toggle and we'll create a class named show. So let's do that. We'll go to our CSS file. Here we'll create a class named show and we'll set the visibility to visible. Now when I click on the word tooltip, you can see that the tooltip is visible, and when I click on it again, it disappears. And that's exactly what we need. So this is how you create a simple tooltip using HTML and CSS, and if needed, a few lines of JavaScript. So that's all for this video. I'll see you in another one. Till then, have a nice day.